Very annoyingly, the sun has had the audacity to come out. It was meant to rain all day, but now we have no excuse. We have to go do garden stuff. Stupid sun. So as the chaps have been removing the fireplace bricks, they've been bringing the ones that are mostly whole out here. Obviously, this whole retaining wall is going to come down at some point. We're not there yet, but we should have a decent amount of bricks left. So what we're envisioning is a bit of a planter in the middle, just to give a bit of architecture, but also to pull your eye towards, you know, some of the nicer things in the garden. So we're just sort of, you know, at the beginning of mapping out what does that look like, how much architecture do we want. So today we're going to do a bit of weeding because, as you can see, these whatever bullshit plants from the neighbors are already trying to come back through. So just going to tidy it up a little bit today, fill a couple boxes in the bug hotel, and then go play Terraria for a few hours, I think. It's the universe saying that's where we should put a bog garden. What do you think?
Except that we've already put the lilac there. I was hoping you might be able to test this first instead of trying to film it.
Oh, gosh. Interesting.
Yeah, I think it was a bit flooded one time I came out, and I thought, no, just because it's raining. And
I mean, I guess the good news is we can take as much dirt from the retaining wall as we want to put over here, because we're going to have to dig all that out anyways.
well, if it's a drainage issue, that's not going to help.
No, but yes, that is an issue. But again, we might be able to use it to our advantage in just knowing that this, because this is quite sunken, we're either going to have to raise it up or take advantage of it and do something boggy there. There's plenty of, you know, especially if we're going to have, you know, the pond. What we could even do is do like the pond into sort of a more bog garden with a little bridge over it to get to the bug hotel. That could be cute. And that way we, you know, we're not fighting nature. We're just taking advantage of it. But it might mean that we have to move the lilac.
Yes.
Which I had sort of been considering. We might just move it maybe into this corner a bit.
Alright, you bring the camera over just to film my hey, this bit's a bit swampy, or did you have another purpose? Or did you just want to hear the bird fight that's apparently going on?
Yeah, just magpie fights mainly is what I'm into these days. What are you so upset about, you starling? Look at this beautiful strawberry. Thanks, Mom. I've had this bamboo for the bug hotel for close to 6 months. So finally decided to get around to cutting it. But as you can see, it was really difficult. I'd already tried the miter saw and it just shattered it. So had to do it by hand. You definitely can't do more than one at a time. Need like a vice.
Yeah, so I've probably done more to dig up all that rhizome shit if I'd realised what a fantastic mess we'll be digging.
Oh, I mean, it's already coming back up.
No, I don't even mean like the runners, like all the little bulbs we found digging. Oh yeah, they're only small. What can they do?
What can't they do?
Apparently all this shit. Also, apparently, even the soil that isn't clay is clay.
Okay, so now that we've cut the bamboo through various means, some of them that have had to do with the secateurs are a bit cracked, so that's actually okay. We just have to be really careful then that we sand them before we set them to, because what we don't want is our little solitary bees getting all cut up. So we need to drill into the bamboo about 15 centimeters. So this is 15 centimeters, almost exactly. So basically just to the end of the twirly bit on the drill. I'm sure there's a technical term for that. I don't care. So not quite this. So what I'm going to do is on these ones that are cracked, I'm just going to start on the sides that aren't cracked. So I'm going to drill into it with a 6 millimeter bit, and then give it a little filing with this, and then we can stick them in. And when we put them into the bug hotel, we'll put a little block at the back so that they're like about a 20-degree angle, because what we don't want is for them to be this way and then the rain goes in there and drowns our little bees. So we're just gonna drill these while my wrist recovers from all of the sawing, and hopefully this will work and I won't hurt myself. Luckily, bamboo is very soft in the center, and if I get peckish, I might just eat some of it.
The dry bamboo.
Oh yeah, you never ate monkey gum. Oh, honey, what kind of childhood did you have?
Well, I didn't have to eat sticks for sustenance.
I mean, you do you, buddy.
I've done the coconut half.
Make a Monty Python joke.
I want Hawthorne.
A Monty Python joke. Okay. Should probably have started by separating the pile of the ones that I've just drilled. So imagine I've done this about 100 more times. Okay, so some of these, oh, so muddy. Some of these that I cut cracked, so we're just gonna prop those up in the back, along with a couple of these other just slightly too short sticks. And then I'm trapped. Ugh. I lied. We're gonna go file these a bit more because they are still way too sharp for our little bee friends. You can probably see around the edges. There's just still a little bit too sharp, and I don't want them hurting themselves climbing in.
There we go.
Thank you so much. Okay, these have had a much better sanding now. So, let's drop them, trip in the mud, and see if we can't start filling up a box. Unsquidge myself out of the mud halfway down my shoe. Yes, I think that was about 7 canes. Got us about a quarter to a third of a box. So, I guess I better get back to work. Oh, that was a lot of work. So I'm going to sit down and enjoy my pretty flowers and drill these out and file them down so they're a bit nicer for the bees. Meanwhile, Andy's making himself sweaty.
digging out that ivy that some inconsiderate censored put in the corner, and apparently left for what feels like 20 fucking years.
Yeah, almost
Pickaxe, I
certainly.
think.
Pickaxe indeed.
It's loose.
While I finished up the sanding and drilling out of the bamboo, Andy pulled up some ivy and cut up some wicker mats that we'd been given as a gift to put into the bug hotel. So we'll mix those up and stick them in along with a few other logs to fill some of the spots up at the top. Okay. Okay, so that is just about 15 6-foot lengths, I want to say. So, unfortunately, that probably means I need another roughly 15 to fill the rest of the box. But for now, my wrist is killing me. So I might just need to get like a table vise just to make it easier to just like stick them in it and cut. Yeah, all right, it's cold. Let's go inside.
Yeah. Apparently, we also need to invest in a new garden fork.
I mean,
Did not survive whatever the fuck was going on over to the right.
You're just too powerful, honey.
Oh.
Too powerful.
All those roots were too powerful.
Powerful.